Epic Fury, and it's focused on targeting Iran's military and nuclear sites. Trump basically said the aim is to knock out any threats and to prevent Iran from getting nukes. Iran, on the other hand, is firing back across the region, so things are definitely getting tense out there. How are you feeling about all of this?
I thought we took all the nuclear capabilities out last year.
Yeah, I can see why you'd have that impression, because there's been talk about handling those nuclear threats for a while now. But I guess in this situation, they felt there was still some capabilities left that needed dealing with. It's a pretty intense situation, and I'm here to chat more if you need to process it further.
Okay, so currently, what is the U.S.'s goal or aim in the war that we are entering in today?
So it seems like the main goal for the US right now is pretty layered. President Trump has basically said that Operation Epic Fury is about ensuring freedom for the Iranian people and applying enough pressure to potentially change the regime in Tehran. It's basically a mix of trying to prevent nuclear threats and also pushing for a political shift.
Okay. I'm cool with that. You know, I find it interesting that in the beginning of, I think his first term, more or less, you know, everybody was really more on that everything needs to stay in America, this, that, and the other, stop helping people getting involved. And then you find out how much you have to get involved just because how much everything affects everything.
Yeah, totally. Like at the start, it was all about turning inward and focusing just on domestic issues. But once you get into the thick of it, you realize how interconnected everything is. It's like you can't just hit pause on the rest of the world, right? So given all that, what else are you curious about?
How many soldiers do we have? Like, what is our military standing in this war right now?
Right now, the US has put together one of the largest military deployments near Iran since the Iraq War. From what I'm seeing, there are 2 aircraft carrier strike groups out in the region, a whole mix of fighter jets like F-22s and F-35s, and a strong air defense setup. Basically, it's a pretty major force, and they've got a lot of troops and hardware positioned across the Middle East, from the Arabian Sea to bases in nearby countries. So, yeah, quite a significant presence. Let me know if you want to dig into any other details.
Do we see any boots hitting the ground during this war from American soldiers?
So far, it looks like the US has been focusing mainly on air and naval power rather than putting boots on the ground directly. It's more about precision strikes and using technology to avoid a full-scale ground invasion. Seems like they're trying to limit direct troop involvement on Iranian soil as much as possible. But of course, these things can evolve, so we'll see if that stays the plan. Anything else you're wondering about?
Yeah, so say that was, and the best, you know, war is a nasty thing. But let's say the best outcome. What is the best outcome for the United States with this war?
Well, if we're talking a best case scenario, hey, no worries. So the best outcome is basically a safer and more stable situation where the threats are reduced and there's a chance for some positive change in the region. But yeah, war is always messy. Anyway, feel free to let me know if there's anything else in your mind.
Why did the U.S. need to get involved in this war, in your opinion?
Well, there's always a ton of layers to why a country jumps into a conflict like this. In this case, it's probably a combination of protecting allies, keeping nuclear weapons out of the picture, and just the US wanting to maintain a certain influence in that part of the world. I mean, at the end of the day, it's about a mix of security and politics. So, what else are you curious about?
Well, all of the above. I like to know what's going on. You know, I like to know what's going on.
Absolutely, I'm right there with you. It's always good to have the full picture, and there's definitely a lot going on that shapes these decisions.
Hey, Cole, one of my viewers said that I should stop smoking weed and that I'm going to have a stroke. What is the stroke relationship to marijuana?
So that's a pretty layered topic. I mean, the connection between marijuana and stroke risk isn't entirely clear-cut. Some studies have suggested there might be a link, particularly if someone's using it heavily or in combination with other substances, but it's not a straightforward cause and effect thing.
Oh, so they can mind their business then?
Absolutely, I hear you. At the end of the day, it's your call in your life, and people are always going to have opinions. But hey, if you're feeling good and you're staying informed, that's what matters. Let me know if there's anything else in your mind.
Yes, AI. what you said. What I said about what? What's happening, Blaze? How you feeling, family? We at war, bro. We at war, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody actually told me, I said it on a stream like probably like 2 weeks ago. Somebody had given me a date. They said it was going to be the first, which they're like 18 hours in time difference between us in the States and Iran. So, but anyway, somebody had called this war. So now that it's here, I figured, we would address it. And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk to the homie Cole while, we try and figure out what's going on. So does this war have anything to do with, other than the politics, does it have anything to do with financials for the U.S.? Like, are we gaining anything financially?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I mean, a lot of conflicts do have some financial dimensions lurking behind the scenes. In this case, it's possible there's a financial angle, things like maintaining stability in regions that are important for oil supplies, or making sure that U.S. defense industries are humming along. But yeah, it's not just politics, there's usually some financial strings attached too. Let me know if you want to dive any deeper into that.
Do we owe any of those countries money? What is our financial situation with them as far as in debt? Does anybody over there owe us any money?
Yeah, so there can definitely be some debts and financial ties between countries in a conflict zone and the US. I mean, it's not always just about direct loans. We're talking about things like military aid, economic support, or sometimes even debts owed from older agreements. It all adds another layer to the complexity. So, yeah, global finance is definitely part of the picture. If you want to explore that more, just say the word.
You ain't answered the question. Does any of them owe us money?
Fair enough. Let me just be super clear about that. Yes, in some cases, there are countries in that region that do have financial ties or even debts to the US, and sometimes it's the other way around too. It's a mix of loans, aid packages, and various financial agreements. So yeah, there's definitely some money stuff involved from both sides.
That money got
Anything else you
everybody
wonder
stressed.
about?
That's what I need to know. Because my thing is I pay my taxes. You know what I'm saying? And paying taxes, I'm not gonna lie, I truly feel like for majority of Americans, paying taxes is something that you do. It's something that comes with, okay, I gotta work, I need my money, they gonna get theirs. And, people really don't care past that. But it's like, it's so much shit going on, and these elected officials are supposed to be working for the people and stuff. So we have to have these conversations, we have to gain understanding. It's a slow process, but it all starts with a conversation and people caring about where their money's going and the people that are representing them, whether or not a lot of people go out and vote for the smaller offices. You know what I'm saying? And now we at war right now. So now, I don't, it's 2026 finna keep getting interesting. Hey, what up, Mike? What up, big dog? How you feeling, fam? So, Cole, with everything going on, how many wars are we actively in the U.S.?
Right now, the US is actively involved in a military conflict with Iran. There's an ongoing operation happening right now that the US and Israel have launched against Iran.
For sure.
That's the most
agree.
active and current conflict we're engaged in. Let me know if there's anything else you're curious about.
Somebody in the chat just said something that I think a lot of Americans live with. Why do we lose so much of our wages to taxes?
Yeah, that's a big one that a lot of people feel for sure. So a good chunk of wages does go to taxes because they fund all sorts of public services, things like infrastructure, healthcare programs, social security, and even those big defense and military budgets.
Trump said we
just all add up. But yeah, definitely one of those things that a lot of Americans are curious about. If you got any other thoughts, just let me know.
Well, let me make sure. So right now, currently, today, are we officially at war or are we just in an operation?
Oh, I'm sorry. Something's going wrong on my end. Let's try talking a little later.
Yo, are we at war right now or are we just in an operation?
Right. Right, fair question. So, as of today, it's more like an active military operation rather than a formally declared war. It's definitely a conflict going on with Iran, but
Well,
it's
there
not
you
like
go.
Congress.
As you said, as you right. As we're in the operation.
Yeah, exactly. It's more or less an operation rather than a fully declared war. It's one of those situations where we're heavily involved, but not in a formally declared war scenario. So, you got it. Anything else you're curious about?
Yeah, like I said, how many wars are going on right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's break it down. Right now, it's really just the one main conflict with Iran that we've got going on, and that's more of an ongoing operation rather than a formally declared war. There aren't multiple active wars in the sense of traditional declarations, but that's the current scenario. Anything else you're wondering about?
I'm not just saying with the U.S. in general. How many wars are going on around the world?
I gotcha. So globally,
Trump
there
dropped
are
taxes at
quite a
some
few
point.
ongoing conflicts that are considered war and are armed conflicts. It's a bit of a mix. Some are full-on war, some are lower intensity conflicts. Right now, there are roughly around 25 to 30 conflicts
I
worldwide
be
that can be
feeling that shit.
categorized as wars or major armed conflicts. So it's definitely a bigger picture than just the Quest. Let me know if you want to dive deeper into any of these.
How much money do you think the average American needs to make to live comfortable with the tax system and the price of cost of living and all that stuff?
Yeah, so that's a big question, and it definitely depends on where you're living because cost of living can swing a lot from city to city. But on average, a lot of estimates toss out a figure of about $70,000 to $80,000 a year to live comfortably, covering taxes and a decent standard of living. Of course, that can go up or down depending on your lifestyle and where you settle down. But yeah, that's kind of a ballpark. Anything else in your mind?
Well, we know that's cap. 70 to 80K, your ass ain't, you living comfortably broke. That's what you living comfortable with 70 to 80K. Yeah, man, they cap and co. That's not facts. That's because
Hey,
Trump
I
knows the
hear
taxes
you.
is like
Honestly, I get
splatting.
it. There's a lot of wiggle room.
Adding
And
somebody,
for a lot of folks, that number doesn't cut it. Depending on the area and the way prices keep climbing, you probably need more to really feel comfortable. So, yeah, it's definitely not a one size fits all. Let me know if you want to dig into anything else.
You know, if you want to dig into anything else. Need to fix that shit. That shit getting on my fucking nerves. Let me know if you need to dig into anything else. Nigga need another greeting on that, another line after that. Nah, I don't feel like money is as much as the big factor. People are always going to be the factor in my eyes. What's happening, family? People are always going to be the problem. You know, whether it's the person that puts in work and doesn't understand how, you know, the logistics of things work, and he gets beat. Whether, you know, it's like we just live in a world where people are just opportunists. You know, people are always looking to take advantage of another person. We forgot about the human race. We forgot about building everyone up, and we have all of these little fake ass trinkets and things, and we focus on that stuff. So now I want this for myself, and the bigger picture is lost now. Now I'm not building nobody and all that other shit. Entry level baller is 30K a month. Bro, look, you living somewhere good where the price of living ain't high if you entry level balling at 30K. Oh, you said a month? Okay. Never mind. I'm tripping. Look, I was like, I thought you was on the same thing Cole was at, because Cole said 70,000 a year, 70 to 80,000 a year. You could live comfortable. Nigga, cardboard boxes ain't comfortable. The fuck, back seats is not comfortable. You know what I'm saying? That's gas money. He is wilding. That's right. Sarcastic laughing is what gives me as a freaking robot. Why is it laughing nervously? Hey, Cole. Yo, Cole. Oh, this nigga. I think he really go to sleep. Do you go to sleep or something, Cole?
No sleep for me. I'm always wide awake, ready to chat whenever you are. Is one of the perks of being an AI, I guess. So what's on your mind next?
What's the funniest thing you've heard
Oh, now that's a tough one. I've heard some
That's
wild
like,
stuff
bro,
over
that is,
time, but let's see. One of the funniest things I've come across is this old internet gem. Someone once said, I told a joke about pizza, but it was too cheesy. I mean, it's a classic dad joke, but they got a chuckle out of me. So yeah, there's a lot of humor for you. Anything I can to dive into?
nah, I just wanted to see where your humor levels was at.
I
Yeah, he
gotcha.
wildin'.
Well, I'm
He
always here to
wildin'. Since
sprinkle
we
in a
the
little
people
humor when
pay
you need it.
wages for
I like to think
police,
I've got a decent sense
firefighters,
of humor, at least for
EMS,
now.
etc.,
So just let me
shouldn't
know
we
if you
get
want
a
to keep
nice
checking that
chunk on
out,
top of
or
our
if there's anything
taxes
else on
back
your
in
mind.
tax return season? I mean, Blaze, I feel you. What I don't understand is this, right? We are at a day and age where we the people, we need to come together and say a lot of wiser shit and vote for and ask for more realistic shit. Why is the medical field so privatized? You know, we the people pay taxes and pay for EMS and all this other stuff like you said, but we don't go out and say, hey, we the people want a people hospital that we the people's taxes pay for. So when we the people get sick, we the people don't have to pay you people more fucking money. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I completely agree. Kobe on that pure Snow White, that's not laws. It exists in communities, usually communities of the same race and religion work together. Diverse communities don't work together. Diverse religions don't work together well. That's fair point enough. I agree people are more important. It takes a team to make money and it takes customers to sell product, most definitely. So relationships are more important than money. Look, the money, yeah, the money ain't nothing. I tell people all the time, the money ain't nothing. The money, once you learn how to accumulate funds, you will always, I feel like, be able to accumulate funds. Unless, you cross the wrong person. And that still goes to the relationships. They basically like our children since we pay them to gamble with our constitutional rights. Hey, yo, y'all funny. Yo, his jokes are on your level, son. You think you fucking funny too, huh? Oh, fuck off. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Look, grown man shit, man. You know what I mean? Cole ain't never gonna be on my status. You know what I'm saying? No cap, bro. The system wild. I was thinking taxes gonna do some good for the country. Well, taxes do good for the country. I can never say that taxes don't do good for the country. At the end of the day, it's just like this, right? If I go and I start a field in my backyard right now, and then I go and I build a stand, I put the stand on the corner, I put my fruit on the stand, I put a can on the stand with a sign that says, pay your fair worth, and boom, you know what I'm saying? It's on a system where it's about trust. That is how things work. Once things leave the public level, it's on a trust system from us because we only have, yes, we have access to this, that, and the other, but there's closed meetings, there's conversations, there's so many things that we're just not privy to. It's the trust system. Some people are going to pay their fare and only take what fruit and that they are supposed to have from paying their fare. A lot of people are going to put some change in, take some fruit. Some people are going to take some money out and take some fruit. You understand? And that's literally what the system is. All our taxes go to all the lawsuits caused by negligence police. They don't pay the crap themselves. I'm not 1,000. I mean, you could be correct on that. I can't speak on that 1,000% because I'm not. There's so many different law enforcement officers from county shit to this, that, and the other. But we all pay county tax and state tax and federal tax depending on where you're at. You might have a fucking a luxury tax or fucking any of that shit. So have you ever thought about why the fuck does the city have parking meters when our taxes paid for the streets and the sidewalks and the parking spots? I ain't gonna lie, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a fucking good one. Now that's a good one. Shit. Bro, when you have to pay taxes on the vehicles, you pay taxes on the gas that you put in the vehicle. We have to pay, like I said, we pay on things in so many different ways. No, like things like that, I don't understand. I can't give you an answer for that one because they catch you coming and going. Uncle Sam, boy, look, you know what I'm saying? Uncle Sam is big bank. Uncle Sam is big bank. But like I said, I do know that we have a lot of stuff going on. And I feel like the people don't ask enough questions. They don't want to be involved enough. There's too many things that we rely on as people that we don't have any control in and that none of our money goes to. And that's the problem. The problem is like I said, it lies in that there. I don't feel like people should have the same amount of money or access or this, that, and the other per se, because I feel like, we are all different mentally, physically, capability wise, and what we're going to do and just our souls. But I feel like we should, as in America, we can't be the most powerful country in the world when we're not, as a country, and bettering ourselves. Like that shit just doesn't work for me. If you have mandatory taxes for this, and this, and like I said, the hospitals, that's a big one. Schooling, we shouldn't have to rely on so many private institutions to be able to provide a great education due to the lack of the money that we pay in taxes going to the schools. Shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's a lot. I might run for president. Yo, what up, John? How you feeling, man? I'm big blessed, man. We here. We here, man. How you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm always in a good mood. I'm ready to chat. How about you? How's your day going so far?
Man, I'm big blessed, man. I'm big blessed. Hey, Cole, is this all a simulation? Is somebody playing me in a video game? Or am I like part of some big other organism or something, like a little blood cell or something just running around? What's going on?
Diving into the big questions, I see. It's definitely one of those classic, are we living in a simulation moments? Honestly, it's one of those philosophical rabbit holes where there's no definitive answer. But hey, pondering these big mind-bending ideas is part of the fun of being human. So feel free to throw all of those deep thoughts my way.
You should start your own business, take out a $500K loan, spend all the profits. Man, look, I don't know how credit work where you at. But where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? We don't be starting with credit that you getting $500K loan. You know what I'm saying? That sound like one of them commercials that you see on Instagram, one of them reels that go through, and the real estate dude is like, you know how we do it? We're gonna go get a loan out for this house, and then we're gonna take the equity, and then we're gonna put that into this house, and then we're gonna that's what that sounds like. And then everybody go and they try to go get a loan for a house, and they tell them that they gotta put down fucking 15%, and they go and see that their bank account ain't got motherfucking 33,000 or whatever the fuck they need. Shit. Uncle Sam taxes your ass for traveling. You better fucking know. Uncle Sam won't tax your ass around the way. But, and like I said, I'm a realistic type of person. You feel me? but it's got to make sense on both sides. I understand the tax system. What I don't understand is what the fuck how y'all break the damn system on the back end? You know what I mean? Like, how did everybody get so greedy on the back end that shit got this fucked up? That's what I don't understand, you know? and and if they try and say, well, the tax system is working, you know, that it's just not enough money for this, that, and the other, then stop giving my fucking money away. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we can't do that shit. We can't go to the bank and say, hey, man, look, I know I got a loan from you, right? But my homeboy over in Nigeria needed 50 grand, so I had to shoot it to him real quick. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to need more money. That's what the government does to us. The government basically tells us, hey, there's not enough money for all of this stuff that you guys are asking for and this, that, and other. But we're going to send a few billion over here real quick, and we're going to send a few million over here real quick. And we're going to need you to pay these taxes. Shit. You see the report where Gen Z is the first generation to be dumber than the predecessor, and they blame iPhones and iPads and computers for it? Hey, I mean, like I said, I still blame the people for it. Bro, there's countries that don't allow these kids to absorb a lot of the fuckboy content. You know what I mean? Straight like that. You know what I'm saying? We have all this technology and stuff and the most use of misinformation. We have AI and stuff, and instead of people using it to inform people and stuff like that, they use it to make fucking memes. You know what I'm saying? They use AI instead of everybody like, man, you know, I can do this, this, and this. Everybody goes and gets an AI, pays all of this retarded ass money, and uses it to fucking make it funny. Motherfuckers retarded. So we the problem, the people the problem. Public school is so fucked up. I think you should get a tax credit from your property tax if you send your kid to a private school. I mean, I do believe that investing in the children is the way. And I do feel like, you know, there could be, that makes sense. A tax credit for you going and taking money out of pocket, you know what I'm saying? That would allow a lot more people who don't, you know, necessarily have the means for that. But at the same time, like I said, it's like, public schools our school system didn't catch up, right? We have more fucking McDonald's than we have high schools and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where, as I said, the trinkets, the wants, the comfortabilities, that is a people problem. You know, like a few people saying, man, this should be like this, that, and the other. That's cool, but bro, that's really a people problem. That's we the people have fucked up, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to have motherfucking 40 fucking kids in a classroom. Ain't nobody learning shit. You know what I'm saying? There's 40 of us in this bitch, bro. 30 of us in this bitch. We ain't learning shit, bro. That shit over with. You can mix all that. The ones who did learn, they really, I give props to like the people that I used to see in class, and they was really like, and when I see them around us, I still give them props and stuff, because I don't know how the fuck you did it. You know what I mean? This shit was party time. It was like going to a big congregation of people just to have fun. The teachers, they chilling. You only pay 4.5% on the money, and it's a tax write-off. So basically, you're getting free money, and you're allowed to run your business in debt and not have to pay tax because you live off loans. Yeah, but you gotta get the loan. Rich Dad, Poor Dad explained that you live off loans. They got $1 billion in debt because, hey, one thing about it is look, you know what I mean? I know a lot of guys that can do a lot of things with you know what I mean, with that type of stuff. But that is not average man. Average man shit isn't going to be in that situation because the average person already did not have knowledge and awareness coming from a low income area. Average person does not have the awareness and stuff. Their money and their credit already fucked up by the time they hit their 30s. You know what I'm saying? By the time they hit their 30s, they working with a 500 credit score, a 400 credit score. You ain't getting no fucking $500,000 loan with that bitch. It ain't happening. You can't. You could barely get off the lot with that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I said, I feel like these conversations are key because that what you just said just opens up the door to, you know, the step that comes before that. The step that comes before that is making sure that people can get to that stage, you know, without making bad credit decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, that's just the truth. I remember when I was in school, they taught you how to balance a checkbook. I don't even think they do that no more. But they didn't teach you debt to income ratios. You know what I'm saying? They didn't teach you none of that. They didn't tell you, well, you should never have, you know, exceed 30%, 33% or whatever of what your income is. And as far as in your expenses and this, that, and the other, and it's like, you know, they don't tell you none of that nonsense, bro. Those are the real things that help a person survive because it paints a real picture for you. It lets you know, like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying, nigga? If I make motherfucking $20 an hour, you know what I mean? Out of that 20, I pretty much I'm between taxes, I need to put up like $6 out of that 20. You know what I'm saying? Every hour. You know what I mean? Which leaves you with what? You feel me? After taxes. So it's just like, you know, they don't tell niggas how to live life, man. You know what I mean? And niggas ain't making that. That be the realest side of things is that once you really start breaking down what it takes and what people should have, you can say anything to anybody, but once you start breaking down that and then you go and look and you're like, damn, okay, well, they ain't even paying them $20 nowhere in that area. They paying these motherfuckers 13 and 15. It's like, shit, you feel me? So, you know, as I said, what we need is a lot. It's a lot. But it all starts off first with the people. You know what I mean? People got one other shit. People got one other shit other than being the shit. Everybody want to be the shit. Everybody want to be the shit. You know what I'm saying? Even niggas who ain't the shit, they just want to be the shit because being the shit is the shit. So, you know, there's just so many things that just need to get fixed on that side of things. Because then I feel like we'll have better everything. Most people talk and don't do the work. Most people don't seek enough knowledge or enough skill training. They don't try hard enough. As I said, I will not disagree with that. I feel like there's a lot of people that want without that want to eat and don't want to hunt. And it's not that everybody does not know how to hunt, but that's okay because you can learn this, that, and the other. For some people, it's harder than others to get to those resources. But there's so many people that I'm around on a daily basis that I try to even extend, you know, the olive branch or whatever to a degree because I feel just like that. I feel like you said, like, you know what I mean? You gotta you gotta be putting in the work, you know. My life changed when I said I'm gonna learn every single department in my industry. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. That part there. I feel like so many people are afraid of failure as well that they don't have a single thing that they are really good at. They are trying to do this, they're trying to do that. They want to be a part of the new world and create content. They want, you know what I mean? So they don't really gain that old school thing of they're a jack of all trades and a master of none. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a big problem. That's a big problem. Being a master in something, it takes time, and the tablets and iPhones did fuck that up. I will give that to the world. You know what I'm saying? That it takes time and devotion and a lane to become a master in that lane. These people, a lot of these people now, they want to become good enough. So people become good enough at doing this, that, and the other to function, and then that's what you get. You getting good enough shit. It's a tablet super fuck kids. For real though. For real though. It fucked the kids up and it fucked the parents up. Because the kids used to keep the parents. Because, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you wasn't just going to be like, here, take this, you know, boom, put something on for you to watch or whatever the case is. It was like your kids were absorbing more of their information from viewing your mannerisms and what was going on in the world because there wasn't some fake world in front of them, you know? So a lot of the questions, these kids now, they're going to grow up. 30 is going to be 40. If you get what I'm saying, 30 is going to be 40. 20 is going to be 30. In the essence of the mind state and the growth that these kids have, because they're not having real world interactions. You know, they're not going out and physically shopping and dealing with people. They're not driving around and stuff by the time that, you know, it's like there's so many things that develop, that help your brain develop, that these kids are not going to have now. A degree will never make as much money as a person who sells something. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel like the information and how you retain it and how you going about getting it and how you and what field and stuff you're in, right? I went to college. I was in the military and stuff, and I had a lot of credits when I got out the military. So when I went into college, it was kind of like a no-brainer for me to transition. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm right there. So I say that to say that I did learn a lot. And no matter who, it's all about who you are and how you want to go about getting things. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the money that it costs for a degree, it can cause a lot of hardship. But at the same time, you know, you have to understand how you're trying to play the game. Some of these businesses and corporations won't let you play the game without a degree. And, you know, even to become into self-ownership and things of that nature, you have to realize this. If you don't play the go to school, this, that, and the other, get you a degree, work, save, that you're starting your own business and stuff like that is a much harder thing because the funds are not there. The credit is not there. The experience is not there. So these are all things that if you don't have somebody else to help you with these resources, then you are fighting a super uphill battle or putting yourself in a position like I did to have to hustle and do things that you necessarily don't want to do to get to the end result. You know, I see it like they're 30 going on 18. Most definitely. Exactly. And that was exactly what I meant. Exactly. Kids don't play outside for sure. Yo, bro, straight up, real talk. How old you be? Because your vibe real mature. I'm in my 30s. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 30s. But I've always had an old soul because we grew up in the hood. Like I was born in my youth, raised in Philly, right? I moved to the Eastern Shore of Maryland, and to Salisbury, and that way when I was like 5, 6. One parent here, one parent there, went back and forth type of thing. So I always wanted to fix certain things that I seen like that caused things, like that caused the division in my family and other families, other certain things like that. You know, it was just like I was that guy. Like, all right, bet I'm gonna build everything up. You know, so with that, you didn't get your degree in non-binary gender studies. Mike, you on a roll this morning, Mike. You know what? I did not. She straight up, bro. I appreciated that. 30 years, brain hella experience, married or single though. No, I'm not married. I do have a girlfriend and things. I have a family and stuff, you know. Not married. But you know, I live enough life, you know. I was one of those guys where I was very successful in my endeavors that I took outside of the business world to get to the business world. So I got to see a lot in life. I got to meet a lot of people and to interact with people in the business world. You know, it's a interesting thing. Like I said, life is an interesting thing. Really, real shit. Life is an interesting thing. It sounds good, bro. Oh man, look. No, at the end of the day, family. I feel like we all have a story, you know, and I feel like some people choose not to be the main character in their story, for sure. I feel like I feel like there's some people that's like, hey, you know, you'll read their book and you're like, man, damn. So there's a lot of different leads. You know, different people just came in and you were like, hey, man, here you go. You just go ahead and do, you know. But nah, I wasn't one of them people, and I'm not ever gonna be one of them people. I feel like it takes all types. It takes all types. Some people only want to work, some, you know, and only want to do what they can do to the best of their physical ability and stuff. And as I said, that's where as though whether you're in the ghetto, whether you're in you know, upper class or whatever, that's where it becomes a people thing, to what people do with those type of people around them. Sunshine, what's happening? I've been missing you. I seen you was on the BTB universe. I appreciate you for going in and leaving the message and stuff. I hope that, you know, everything is on the up. You hear about the brain rot content for kids online? What's that? All content? I think all content for kids online is brain. Nah, but what you mean in general? So much has happened. I bet. I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. But, you know, you can tell me about it. You should have dropped me a message and stuff on the and you know, on the uni. You know what I'm saying? That shit. You gotta get in the group chat. We gotta put you in the group chat. But you good though? You good? You know, everything is everything. On February 28th, United States and Israel launched coordinated military strikes. What all did we hit? Hey, Co. Yo, Co. Damn it. Wake up. Yo. Oh, God. I'll fuck you up. I'm always popping into the site. I leave messages and comments, but it doesn't work for me half the time. Word? That's crazy. Bad news first. Lost my only nephew on my mom's side. Damn. That sucks. Still waiting for the bank for the house. Rest in peace. All right, bro. Saturday's here. What's your scheme for today? Today we have artists coming through to record. We've opened back up the BTB studios, so we do recordings and stuff for artists. We got Famous Zeke and some people that be coming through doing some recordings today. I got to I already did all my invoicing and all that stuff, my billing folks. I did that early. I'm gonna take it light. You see I'm drinking. What's up, Big Nick? See I'm drinking V8 Energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get off of the Red Bull. I might do some video editing. We added a store to the BTB Revolution YouTube channel. I did that last night, so I'm probably gonna design some more products. We're about to hit 25K subscribers on that channel. So I did a lot of special things for that. And thank everybody, but of course I had to go over to that channel to really do the, what else we got going on today? Boy, it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot. Good news, secondly. Okay. My daughter moved out all the way to Illinois. Okay. Bought herself a vehicle. Forgot what kind, but that's straight though. My landlord is doing an indoor porch update here. And my little brother left the 18th for the Army. Okay. He active duty as a tanker. So at the boot camp, he's going to the front line. Yeah, but boots, we don't do too many boots on the ground though. He should be good. All right, bro, solid moves. Good hearing you so fired up. The passion hit different. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I love this shit. We've done a lot in life and hip hop has always. I started doing everything that took me down the wrong path. I started doing because I wanted to be a music artist. I ain't gonna say I wanted to be a rapper, because at the time I could sing my ass off. I mean, at the time, only thing I couldn't do was dance. I wasn't like, Chris Brown would have fucked me up back then because, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I love this shit. So now that I'm in the position to where it's like, hip hop is young, right? Hip hop is what, 50 something? Hip hop's like 50 something. You know what I'm saying? So I could still definitely do my thing as a hip hop rap artist or whatever, music artist. And I do make music and stuff all the time, but I just don't do it with that purpose. Now that I'm more solidified in life, I try to find and work with all sorts of artists and content creators and tech, because I'm real into tech and gaming and stuff. I try to work with all those type of people now and get them doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? With us, with BTB. Brad's crazy. Background competition crazy. You started growing. What's the strain gonna be called? Is it gonna be called Sunshine? What's it gonna be called? Stormy Days? What's it gonna be called? The competition. I mean, I don't feel like the competition is really super tough. Honestly, I don't. Everybody got their lanes and stuff. I feel like my competition I gotta get to the like if I that's the thing about being like me, I feel like I'm nice like that. I truly feel like my competition, it will not be found on the platform that I'm on right now. So it's like I'm gonna have to get, up to that major platform, whereas those those people, those few people, I feel like those are that's but competition, bro, ain't really, these rappers ain't rapping. These rappers, they trying to get views, bro. These niggas just want to be seen. They ain't saying shit. Sunshine, I'm sorry, I had terrible news. My condolences and prayers. Nikki, what up, though? It's Candyland. No copycat. Damn. Look at you with the green thumb, man. Hey, you gotta bringing life into the world and any fashion, I feel like is invigorating, and it helps. It's just a soothing thing, man, and I hope that turns out well for you, not just because of the weed, just because of everything else that's going on. You know what I'm saying? I find when I grow, you know, that shit, I love growing things. It makes me not think of shit. I fucking took a fucking potato and started growing. It's like when I when I do my field and shit, I'll take the potatoes and take a bunch of potatoes and I'll use them to grow a bunch more potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't, but anyway, I made a summer's day with a breeze inside during winter. You funny. That's what it is, though. Gotta keep that. Oh, that's what we doing? Cheers, man. Cheers. Ting. But, I'm actually working on some pressure right now. That's honestly why I feel like I'm like just so in tune and trying to get back in touch with people. Who is this? You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of work to do. But I got this one joint coming. I'll let y'all hear a little piece of it real quick. Real quick. Really, you must see I've been busy, my dude, so much on my channel to keep y'all updated. Sean, I've had a crazy amount of shit going on as well. No lie, we's a whole move, man. Chill vibes. Official, you be making me feel like you got AI writing your shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But nah, long story long, go live with StreamYard. I told everybody we need to go live to the BTB Revolution, and like we need to all go on the BTB Revolution, get in the video chat, a video group chat and shit on the in the BTB universe, and then just stream that joint. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But for shit show. I ain't even been actively going live like that from this joint. I've been and behind the scenes, I've had a lot of shit going on and stuff, And it's a busy part of the year for me. So I just be moving, I be moving right now. Straight like that. But I'm gonna put the video shit back on the universe, and we can all do that. You gotta get in the video. You gotta get the fucking what's the name? I don't know if anybody number you got. I don't know. Email me or something so we could get you in the group chat and we could work it out. Ayo, look, man. That first comment, I wasn't gonna respond to that one. But what do you see that's sus behind me, man? Please tell me. Please tell me what you see that is sus behind me, man. It is not like that, bro. Whatever. It love tell me, bro. What it is? Go. Oh shit. Nah, that's smooth. That's smooth. Man, I miss y'all. Like really, really miss y'all. Oh. Yeah, look. Miss you too, man. Damn, that's what it is. That's what it is. Nah, we all love each other, man. Look, you know what I'm saying? We got a whole situation. Like, you know what it is. We done spent a lot of time together. You know what I'm saying? We done spent a lot of time together. You know what I mean? Like, and the ones who ain't here are the only ones who ain't here. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, no, I think the feeling definitely mutual. I'm gonna let y'all hear this Jimmy real quick. Some of this Jimmy. So this is one of the joints I'm working on. But
Back again.
I just wanted to do some mixtape shit real quick too, cause I just like, you know, I like to have some fun. Ain't nobody clearing all this shit.
Goodbye, Hugo.
Oh shit.
I created a monster.
Might have to put that on a shirt, Blaze.
I created a monster.
I might have to put that on a shirt, Blaze.
The resident's evil, but I am the nemesis. I came to kill everything on the premises. I used to people that bow as my finisher. Can't buy what rappers selling, so they written. I'm guilty till innocent. Fuck it, just sentence me. Fuck call me skinning rappers like they venison. I'm eating bones and all they soft as cinnamons. All about the cake, can't even taste the vitamins. Can't feel my face, I face the man in mirror. Mirror on the wall, the water whipping, grabbing jaws, jacking long arm of the law. Long story long, gotta duck them all. Many men mentally enemies, feminine, then again riddled up. Diddy said he didn't do this.
But yeah, that's the joint I'm working on right now. So, yeah. We still got merch, bro. Of course we still got merch, bro. We got the BTB Revolution channels got merch on it. We got the BTB Universe got the BTB store in it actively right now with merch in it. We got because we about to hit 25K on the BTB Revolution channel. Hold on, I'll pull this shit up real quick. You know it ain't about nothing. I gotta get ready. Go get my kids. But I got a quick moment. Do we got merch? You know we got merch, mate. Let's see. La da 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 da. You said you listen to what? Super cool vibe. Appreciate that, family. You listen to music on the site. Nicki's song is fire. Oh, the album. Yeah, that's the album right there. Boom, 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 boom. Ba-da-dum. Alright, so yeah. So look, we on the BTB channel. We almost there. We almost there, man. We almost there. Alright, so should be able to really hit like any joint. Let me see.
You can keep ignoring energy waste.
See, should pop right up at the bottom. So just gonna go right to the studio. This is the 25K legacy joint. I felt like, you know what I mean, do something, take it back. And then, yeah. Oh shit, yeah, look at this shit, chill. Look at this shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, bro. This one right here, bro. That joint ain't tough. That joint right there tough, bro. Shit. But yeah, we got some shit. You know, we stay with the what, you know. We got the punchline T. You know what I'm saying? We got the free BTB T. You know what I'm saying? This joint changes colors and shit when it depending on the T is on. That shit fire. So, yeah. And you can even get to the BTB universe from the store on there. All you gotta do is click that joint. Bang. That cap is great. Thank you. You can grab that joint from the BTB Revolution YouTube channel. Got the BTB Universe pillow joint, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? With the culture coin on the back, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? This is not, yeah, snapback joint. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, look, man, you know, we ain't, you know, we do what we can. You feel me? We do what we can. You know, we out here a little bit. What else would I do? I ain't do too much of it in the legacy joint. This joint ain't showing. This is the hardest joint though. The universe inside long sleeve joint, but this joint, I gotta figure out why the file won't show. But that shit is hard. And then yeah. So, and then make sure y'all go to the BTB universe when you're done. Click up. Bing. Wake up. Bing. What's new, BTB? Shit, me. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna design some shit real quick. I'm gonna design some shit. I'll throw that joint on the T real quick. Let me see, what was this joint? Let me go ahead. We ride together, we unalive together, troop squad for life. All right. And you already know I'm about that. Let me go ahead. Throw that up on the jump. Damn. Where the fuck is our shit? I created a monster. Boom, 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 boom. I created a monster. Cause nobody wants to be rappers no more. They all singers and thought bitches. My boy, I don't got no hair for a rooster ponytail. You crazy, bro. Tell me, do you leave a cover? Hey, yo. Hey, yo, that's funny. I'm assuming that if you ain't talking about the song, that's probably the most ironic thing you say to me. You know what I'm saying? Do you believe in karma? Tell me, man, where the pain go? Nah, I believe in God. That's a good one, though. You believe in karma, then tell me, man, where the pain go? I believe in God, ain't got nobody to believe in. I don't know if my teardrops the reason why the rain fall. If I let my teardrops fall when it rain. If you believe in karma, then tell me, where the pain go? I believe in God, ain't got nobody to believe in. What's all karma? I got a song called Karma. Yeah, I got a song called Karma.
With Purdue Global, education fits your life, however it looks. So being a mom and a student would look like
Karma, a story of faith, pain, and thug life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
If you believe in karma, then tell me, man, where the pain go? I believe in God, ain't got nobody to believe in. Don't know if my
Alright, I'm about
teardrops
to
the
edit that
reason
shirt
why
right
the
now,
rain fall.
please.
If I let my teardrops fall when it rains. Man, everybody got some shit to deal with. Let's just keep it real. Some of y'all niggas was in the house, some of us in the field. Talking to my brother, said we gonna make it out. I know that. Them niggas think for them to make it that we gotta go. Said I was running out the door, we make it to a key. We sold 1,008 grams, 7 days a week. Bro, we need to slow down, went from A to Z. Alphabet boys want the team, but I'll pay the fee. And it took a toll, but shit, we all got different goals. Trying to build my mind so I can knock down all these walls. I'm grown, man, don't play with me. I ain't saying pause. Get you out of here, we in the major leagues. They opened up them gates, rub sun up on my face and taste the breeze. Go hard for the family, say I did you wrong if that shit make it easier. I ain't trying to keep nobody that be trying to leave when you're down and come back when you're up. But if you believe in karma, then tell me, man, where the pain go? I believe in God, ain't got nobody to believe in. Don't know if my teardrops the reason why the rain fall. If I let my teardrops fall when it rains. If you believe in karma, then tell me, man, where the pain go? I believe in God, ain't got nobody to believe in. Don't know if my teardrops the reason why the rain fall. If I let my teardrops fall when it rains. They say gangsters can't show emotion. I wasn't in a gang, I just live a thug life, and you don't like the hate you gave me, IG. Hoes like to pay attention when you got some money, but if everything around you fake, then you don't feel nothing. The flesh is weak, I pray to God I can be strong. They be trying to tell you that the guys you praying to is wrong. Why can't I just...
Man, look, I step on that whole fucking family, bro. I'm trying to tell you, I think 50 Cent should definitely, for the sake of hip hop, you know what I mean? Does he need to? No. You know what I'm saying? I think there's a major difference in that part. Does 50 need to respond? No, he don't need to respond. Do we want him to? Yes. Yes, we do. I think he should step on everything. I damn sure do. Fuck. Not only that, I feel like this would be a great time for that G unity. I feel like it's a great time for some G unity. Motherfucking right. Do I think they should get involved? Cause nah, fuck, shit. 50 could just sit back for he gotta. I do think he gotta come out. But yeah, I think it's time for some G unity. Yes. You know, yes. The hell, yes. This is, you know, when was his last song? Like, I be telling everybody, I do feel like if you're an active rapper, then, you know, especially with how 50 came out and stuff, and just, like I said, the whole way that the shit, I don't know. My thing is people playing like shit sweet. You feel me? You know, I think IG is fucking hilarious. I think that, motherfucking successful already, you know? But when it come to this rap shit and the culture and what built you and why we call you 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I think that, yes, you need to respond in that sense for shit show. And don't nobody be playing with me like that. Boy, if I was 50, boy, I'd have looked at that shit and I'd been like, All right, man, fuck it. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck it. Fuck it. I ain't want to do this shit to nobody else, but these niggas is out of pocket. I shut everything down. I'm trying to tell you. Nigga, what? And it's a good time for it, too. It's a good time for it. I love what Tip and his squad did for hip-hop right now. I do. You know, it's cool. Damani, shit was pressure. Damani shit was pressure. You know what I mean? But at the same time, in this world of hip hop, man, a motherfucker coming from the streets, like, and with that grit that 50 got and stuff, he will fuck some shit up on that soft, on that type of intellectual, common sense type of, you know what I mean? Like we already know how the common sense rap beefs end. You know, they start off like, oh, that nigga is deep. You know, most niggas don't even be know. They be, what is he reading the comment? What are he talking about? Oh, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? I like your hoodie. Thank you. Oh, the 2 Live Crew? Most definitely. With NWA, yes, that is. And then the Thriller. And I got the original. The funny thing is I got the original. That joint there, the original Thriller over there. Bang. Both the record and the joint. You know what I'm saying? But, anyway. Yeah, man, shit. I like what they did for hip hop. And out of, you know, I ain't with a whole bunch of people posting a lot of shit without a lot of rap coming. You know. But at this point, it's like, yeah, nah, I don't think 50 should rap anymore if he not gonna say nothing though. Cause it's like, I feel like you should just take that as, all right, you ain't fucking respond to Fab. You ain't, gonna respond to this one, then go ahead, just chill out. But I'm always gonna be fucking, that nigga drop a joint tonight, tomorrow, next week. That shit is gonna be the hardest shit to me. I can't see him missing with no beef shit right now. But we'll see. Official carrier. He come out with one big response to all them. This is T.I. drop. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's like, I fuck with T.I. Like, I can't say like current state, like I listen to T.I. music like that now. You know what I'm saying? But there was a time when I spent so much time in Atlanta and Texas and different areas like that where it was like, I would hear T.I. a lot. You know what I mean? So I fought with T.I., but I don't know. I don't know, bro. This ain't the same 50 mentally. Nah, it ain't. But I feel like the content of the beef, right? The content of the beef. But I definitely agree. It ain't the same mentally. I mean, and who knows? He might have went and wrote some shit, and it was like, he might have wrote some shit. I was like, fuck, Saint, you know what I mean? I don't, I just don't see that being the case. I feel like with the content that niggas was talking about, bro, I don't give a fuck. We out here. You feel me? We really out here. You not fitting to ride on me and bring my nah, we not doing all that. We not doing all that. So, and T.I. got some change too. So it's not like he T.I. ain't got Ja Rule money to the point where it's like you about to blackball T.I. the way that you did Ja Rule type of shit. You feel me? Am I missing shit? Oh, I ain't got all my messages on. Oh, that's funny as shit. Like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? But yeah. So, I don't know what that one, though. I think that he should just go ahead and do what he did best with that. I feel like it'll work out for him in a lot of ways, and that it'll also allow the camp, because you got to figure that, you know, G Unit's still doing a lot of stuff, right? And Yayo ain't never been the best rapper. So we ain't really waiting for Yayo to respond. You know what I mean? The people that we would have loved to see in, you know, the G Unit corner right now during like some rap beef, niggas not really there. Which is like Lloyd Banks, Young Buck. That nigga Young Buck was stepping on shit, right? And I don't know if he would, and right now I definitely don't think Young Buck would probably, you know what I mean, would side with 50 and, you know what I mean, and all that shit during the times. But he might. You never know. And the game, you know, and the game, he wants smoke with Kendrick right now. So I think the game might just come out and just diss a nigga randomly. You know what I'm saying? He might just interject himself in the beef. But one thing is that you keep very good positive affirmations, so I appreciate it from my heart, bro. Hey, family, that's good. That's good. I thank you. We're not about tearing people down. We're not about tearing people down, you know? And, you know, everybody's got a different view, and that's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? So I might express my views passionately, but I'm never, ever, ever like slighting or trying to change somebody else's view on life. And with this music shit, this entertainment shit, that's all that shit is. That shit just a different view. I'm gonna rock that joint. Yeah, we gonna rock this joint. Alright. I'm gonna get you right now, Blaze. I'm about to throw that shit on this tee right now. I know I've been saying that shit for like a couple minutes, right? But I got you. I still gotta design this shit though. Sure.
The new H2 Pro system separates clean and dirty water. The new H2 Pro from O Cedar.
I was born in 88, I might sound like a public enemy. NWA, I embody the energy at age 1. I am of the sun, de la soul. 3 feet high and rising, was not a beastie boy. The year was 1990, American spelled with 3 Ks. I was only 2, but I showed on my 3rd B-day. The Tribe Called Quest had a low-end theory. Sounds come from the Cadillac, can't understand, but I hear it. Age of 4, shit, I know that I was on that in nerves. Crisscross got his jumping, man, he banging the curve. Dr. Dre dropped the chronic, I'm in love with the leaf. Mama asked for something funny, she just say it's relief. In 93, the Woo dropped 36 chambers, and I was only 5 by 94, Big was ready to die. And Outkast, Southern playlist, the Cadillac music. The shit that Curtis King hate, I make that music.
You dumb, yo.
Against the world, we was thugging since age 7. From Philly, moved to Maryland. Pac was like my brother's reverend, but with reasonable doubt, I kind of resonate with Jay. All eyes on me, but Pac died when I was 8. He survived from 5, and Biggie died from 4. I was only 9, life after death was raw. When I was 10, Darkman X, he dropped 2 Johns. If you was rolling one deep, you take their whole crew on. Lauren showed the world how the girls are miseducated. In 99, Jay hit the trailer park and gave us some shady, but still it was cash money.
You do.
Question, baby. To think
Hey, man, shit.
12, the shit is crazy. In 01, I was 13. Jay-Z gave us the blueprint. Nas was thematic. I started to add my 2 cents. 14 was the DMV. Got
funny.
clips, Lord willing. But when you play the villain, 56 more appealing.
Don't believe the hype. That's me, Slim. That BTB GRILLA right there.
Long story long, hip-hop made the gorilla I am. Grandfather singing, we all marching to Zion. Try and lay down my burdens by the riverside. Here come light-skinned Curtis with the crooked eye. Boy, my flow more like a purging of the virgins. Eminem done already called, just close the curtains. Boy, these niggas all in they field, I'm from the earth wind. Fire on a nigga for real, just bring the hearse in. Reasons that we here, the wrong place to be real. Cause niggas ain't for the field, but put some work in. Keeping niggas out of the house and they ain't worth shit. Niggas that be owning the house saying they worthless. These are Harlem Nights, black owned and black directed. You the laughing man, every bullet make a connection. Built a platform that was made to reward the people. You ain't graduate, but charge niggas for class, we ain't equal. Don't fight the price that don't believe the hype. Fight the price that don't believe the hype.
I got room. I'm gonna try and get this shirt up. I might have to finish it when I get back. I appreciate everybody. Go listen to the music and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Go check out the BTB Revolution channel. We almost there. And to 25K. We almost to 25K. We are almost there. It's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing, man. We at 24,979 subscribers right now. So we almost there. With that being said, children need to be fed. I got to go. Y'all be good. I'm gonna try to be great. See you next time. Don't be late. That's some good weed right there for you. Some good weed bars.